Good morning, all. Hope you're having a great day today. So today we are talking about managing sports. This is chapter 1, and we're going to start out with talking about developing your skills. So the first step in developing your sport management skills is to understand what managers are responsible for, what it takes to be a successful leader, and what sport managers do and how managers differ. To develop your skills, I really recommend that you observe effective leaders and copy their behavior and complete the skill builder exercises in the web study guide. We'll be talking more about that. You can also apply the principles of management by taking on leadership roles in your classes and your job and on your team. Practice does make perfect. So after studying this chapter, you should be able to describe career opportunities in sport management, describe a sport manager's responsibilities, define the 5 management skills, define the 4 management functions, explain the interpersonal, informational, and decisional roles of management, and diagram the hierarchy of management levels. You should also be able to describe general, functional, and project managers and explain how skills and functions differ by management level. Sports are a big and growing part of the United States and world economies. Sports have strong links to other economic sectors, and the number of sport jobs and managers has increased over the years. Think about teams that made you love going to work out and jobs that didn't make you want to go to work. Did the coach or manager figure in your answer? Very likely it did, because managers set the tone. They create the culture and have the power to make or break the team. As management guru Henry Mintzberg said, no job is more vital to our society than that of a manager. As we focus on sport management, let's include coaches as managers, and because business jobs include teams, we will refer to teams in both sport and business settings. Sport management is relatively young as an academic discipline, but the number of sport management programs continues to grow. A major reason for the growth in academic programs is that the value of sport depends on how it is managed. In sport, as in other businesses, managers determine organizational performance both on and off the playing field. Sport management programs train people for management positions in such areas as community and youth sport, high school and college athletics, professional teams, fitness centers, recreational centers, coaching, officiating, marketing, sport tourism, and last but not least, sporting goods, manufacturing, and retailing. There are many different careers in the sport industry. The North American Society for Sport Management, or NASM, is the major professional association for college and university sport management academics, and it offers student membership for career development. NASM's website lists sport management programs worldwide. NASM supports professionals in sport, leisure, and recreation. The purpose of NASM is to promote, stimulate, and encourage study, research, scholarly writing, and professional development in sport management, both theoretical and applied aspects. Sport management scholarly research is published in NASM's Journal of Sport Management and Sport Management Education Journal through Human Kinetics. The website also has a link with a list of other journals serving sport management. Topics of interest to NASM members include the following: sport marketing. We'll talk more about it in chapter 13. Future directions in management, so looking at current and future trends, employment perspectives, facility management, organizational structures, fundraising, and conflict resolution. Athletes and their assistants hold excellent administrative jobs in high schools and colleges. Most colleges need an athletic director for intercollegiate and interscholastic athletics. Colleges also have sport information directors, professionals who are responsible for managing and distributing information about their college teams. This textbook often refers to athletic directors to illustrate points about sport management. Stadiums and arenas need general managers, business managers, operation managers, box office managers, and event managers to run their organizations. These jobs are exciting if you like to help produce live sporting events. Sport marketing agencies manage corporate sponsored events. Sports like golfing and NASCAR rely heavily on sports sponsorships, and they need managers to make sure their products gain attention at sponsored events. And sport marketing agencies and independent agents represent athletes, handling the business side of affairs for the athlete. While sport broadcasting includes careers in daily sport news programs, all sports radio, and live game broadcasts. All sports radio stations have become very popular, and they are excellent places to find internships. The internet has opened up positions managing websites and providing statistical data for sport teams. On the other side, recreation management is a broad term for careers such as athletic directors at YMCAs and Jewish community centers, directors of public parks and recreation, workers and leisure fields such as in fitness centers, and directors of activities at resorts. Sporting good manufacturers such as Nike, New Balance, and Wilson need employees in sales, operations, human resources, and finance. Sporting goods stores such as Dick's Sporting Goods need purchasing agents and accountants and employees to staff the human resources departments at their headquarters. Managers are also needed to operate each store and its departments. The most obvious career path is working in professional leagues. Major League Baseball and the National Football League, the National Basketball Association, and the National Hockey League are professional leagues in the United States that sport management students often dream about when planning their careers. An internship with professional teams in the league is a good way to get started. However, in almost all situations, you will have to start at the bottom of the organization and work your way up that ladder. Newer professional leagues such as the MLS, the Major League Soccer, Major League Lacrosse, and American Football League offer additional opportunities to work for professional teams. You can also work for those minor league teams. Without resources, you don't have an organization, and the resource-based view says that the better the resources, the more successful the organization. A sport manager is responsible for achieving the sport organization's objectives through efficient and effective use of resources. To begin with a good perspective on what sport managers are all about, let's take a closer look at a couple of these terms. Efficient means getting the most out of your available resources. Effective means doing the right thing, following the proper strategy to attain your objective. It also describes how well you achieve the objectives. The manager's resources include human, financial, physical, and informational resources. Success is based on the level of performance, and performance is a measure of how well managers achieve organizational objectives. Managers are responsible for meeting these objectives and are evaluated on how well they meet them using their resources effectively, efficiently, and creatively. Coaches who don't win enough games can be fired, such as Earl Watson of the NBA Phoenix Suns or Tom Rowe of the NHL Florida Panthers. Next, we discuss the qualities of good and poor managers, the 5 skills that all managers need, a list of topics of interest to the North America Society for Sport Management members, and the findings of the Gazzelli study. In a Gallup survey conducted for the Wall Street Journal, top executives were asked, what are the most important traits for success as a supervisor? The executives in the Gallup poll listed integrity, industriousness, and the ability to get along with people as the 3 most important traits of successful managers. Skills to perform an activity or task well. We define management skills to include technical skills, people skills, communication, conceptual skills, and decision-making skills. Technical skills are primarily concerned with things. People and communication skills are concerned with people. And conceptual and decision-making skills are primarily concerned with ideas. Technical skills are often hard skills. People, communication, conceptual, and decision-making skills are called the soft skills. Organizations seek employees with soft skills who can communicate clearly, take initiative, problem solve, and work well with coworkers. Soft management skills are critical. So they are the focus of this book and this class primarily. Management skills can be developed if you work at them. Technical skills are those that enable you to use methods and techniques to perform a task. When managers work on budgets, they use spreadsheet software such as Microsoft Excel, so they need computer skills. They also need some knowledge of accounting. A great deal of accounting has to deal with budgets and finances. Dick's managers need computer skills just to open the store, and of course they also need these skills when they record transfers and sales. Technological advances improve sport performance, but it is people working in teams who develop new and improved technology. Most people are promoted to their first management position on the strength of their technical skills. Technical skills vary widely from job to job. In his classic 1971, Professor Edwin Gazelli identified 6 traits that are important for managers. Although not all are needed to succeed as a manager, they are in reverse order of performance, with number 6 being initiative, 5, self-assurance, 4, decisiveness, 3, intelligence, 2 is need for occupational achievement, and number 1, supervisory ability. The number 1 trait, supervisory ability, requires skills in planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Gazelli's 4 areas of supervisory ability are more commonly referred to today as the management functions. Managers get the job done through others. They plan, they organize, they lead, and control to achieve organizational objectives. These are the 4 management functions. The people who work for organizations, from the CEO down to the summer intern, need goals and objectives, as well as plans by which they will achieve them. Planning is the process of setting objectives and determining in advance exactly how the objectives will be met. Performance tends to be based on effective plans. Starting with an objective, then develop a plan to achieve it. Note that organizing, leading, and controlling are also based on achieving your objectives. Successful managers also design and develop systems to implement those plans. Organizing is the process of delegating and coordinating tasks and resources to achieve objectives. How you organize your resources affects your performance. Organizing includes assigning people to various jobs, athletic positions, and tasks. At ELMS, Cheryl Condon plans for regular season games, holiday tournaments, and postseason games. To do this, she has to organize the athletic department employees, including coaches, assistants, equipment people, and ticket takers, so that they cover every game. Staffing is also a part of organizing. It's the process of selecting, training, and evaluating employees. Cheryl is responsible for staffing your teams with coaches. Effective organizing requires both conceptual and decision-making skills, as well as people skills and communication skills. Leadership affects organizational success. So, leadership is an important skill for everyone. Recruiters seek job applicants with leadership ability. This is especially important for managers who work with employees and athletes daily. Leading is the process of influencing employees to work to achieve objectives. An important part of Cheryl's job at ELMS, as for all sport managers, is to communicate objectives and then motivate and lead individuals and teams. Effective leaders develop positive relationships based on strong people and communication skills. We know we are achieving our objectives by monitoring our progress through controlling. Controlling is the process of creating and implementing mechanisms to ensure that objectives are achieved. You need to measure your progress to know whether you are on target to meet the objective and when you are off target. You need to take corrective action. The great thing about sports is there is almost always a score, so you know if you're meeting your objective of winning. If you are ahead, you tend to keep things the same, but when you are losing, you make changes such as new plays or athletes in different positions to score and win. Cheryl and the coaches monitor the progress of each team and make adjustments as needed. Here you can see this is just a different diagram of what that looks like. So you have the planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. And with that, the planning is about the conceptual and decision-making skills. Organizing is about organizing your people and using your communication skills, both written and verbal skills. And then so you're leading your people into the technical skills. What's required for that particular job, whether it's running the camera or announcing the game. Those are technical skills, and you as a manager are leading them through those technical skills and controlling the outcome. From setting organizational objectives, this is the starting point to achieve organizational objectives. Managers play the necessary role while performing management functions to achieve objectives. So your interpersonal roles, you are the figurehead, the leader, the liaison, versus your informational roles, which are really there to monitor. You disseminate information. You are the spokesperson for the organization. And then the decisional roles as an entrepreneur, or oftentimes when you work with people, disturbance handler or resource allocator, making sure that people have the resources that they need to do their jobs effectively. The three levels of management are top, middle, and first line management. Top managers are executives with titles to help identify the level of management, such as Chief Executive Officer, CEO, or Chief Operations Officer, the president and vice president. They manage the entire organization or major units or departments of it. They develop the organization's mission, objectives, and strategies. Their supervisors are the board of directors or their executives, and they supervise the middle managers. The presidents of ELMS and your college are top managers. Middle managers have titles such as general manager, athletic director, sales manager, branch manager, and department head. Middle managers carry out top management strategies. Their supervisors are executives, and they supervise first line managers. Cheryl Condon is a middle manager at ELMS College. First line managers include coaches, ticket managers, event managers, supervisor, and office manager. First line managers supervise day-to-day operations and report to the middle managers. They supervise operative employees or athletes, not other managers. The three types of managers are general, function, and project managers. Top level and some middle managers are general managers because they manage several departments. But middle and first line managers are often functional managers who supervise related jobs and athletic positions. The major functions, often called departments, are marketing. They sell the tickets. You have operations who are involved with game day setup and breakdown. And production, those are the people who make sporting goods. You also have your finance and accounting or your budgeting group, and then your human resources. So they are in charge of recruiting employees and players. Your project management positions are needed in organizations with team-based structures. So a project manager coordinates resources across functions to accomplish a goal or task. All managers need technical skills, people and communication skills, and conceptual and decision-making skills. However, the need for these skills differ by the level of management. Various studies have determined the skill needs at each level of management, and it is generally agreed that the need for people skills and communication skills is fairly constant across all three levels. Top-level managers have a greater need for conceptual and decision-making skills. First-line managers need better technical skills. This is logical. As managers move up the corporate ladder, they are less concerned with the daily details of conducting business and are more concerned with the big picture and conceptualizing and strategizing. First-line managers focus on the detail, the day-to-day practice for games and creation of the product or service, while middle managers typically need a balance of all three skills, but this varies from organization to organization and how much they are in the trenches with the first-line managers. And just to give a quick chapter summary, so you should be able to describe the career opportunities in sport management. It is a multidisciplinary field that integrates sport and management. Sport management programs train interested people for management positions in such areas as college athletics, professional teams, fitness centers, recreation centers, sport tourism, coaching, officiating, marketing, youth organizations, and sporting goods, manufacturing, and retailing. You should be able to describe a sport manager's responsibilities. They are responsible for achieving organizational objectives through efficient and effective objectives and utilizing resources needed to achieve the organizational goals, such as physical, information, human, and financial resources. And they use their skills for effective use of those resources. The 5 management skills are technical skills, people and communication skills, conceptual and decision-making skills. Technical skills enable us to use methods and techniques to perform a task. People skills enable us to work well with people. We need them. And communication skills enable us to get our ideas across clearly and effectively. While conceptual skills enable us to understand abstract ideas, and decision-making skills enable us to select alternatives to solve problems. The 4 management functions are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Planning is the process of setting objectives and determining in advance exactly how the objectives will be met. Organizing is the process of delegating and organizing and coordinating tasks and resources to achieve your objectives, while leading is about influencing employees to work toward achieving objectives. Controlling is the process of creating and implementing mechanisms to ensure that the organization achieves its objectives. You ought to be able to explain the interpersonal, informational, and decisional roles of management. Managers play the interpersonal role of figurehead, leader, and liaison. They also play the informational role when they act as monitors, disseminators, and spokespersons. And they play the decisional role when they act as entrepreneurs, disturbance handlers, and negotiators, as well as resource allocators. There is a hierarchy of management levels. You have your top, middle, and first line management. So have an understanding of what that means and what skills are related to that. Your general, you should be able to describe your general, functional, and project managers. Your general managers supervise activities of several departments or units, whereas functional managers supervise related activities like marketing, finance, and human resource management. That's really what you see in most athletic departments is there's a functional area. And project managers coordinate employees and other resources across several functional departments dependent upon the task itself, if it's a special project. You should also be able to explain the skills and functions, how they differ by management level. So top managers have a greater need for conceptual and decision-making skills, while middle managers need a balance of both. And first-line managers are more going to be involved with technical